You ever grab your morning coffee and the price is up again? Just a little bit. A quarter here, 50 cents there. You grumble, you pay it, you move on. But what if I told you that tiny price hike is a clue? It's the loose thread on a sweater that, if you pull it, unravels the entire global economy. It's a direct consequence of a system so strange it feels like science fiction. See, as an economic historian, I spend my days digging through the financial history of empires, ancient Rome, Great Britain, and now the United States. And they all have one thing in common: a moment where they figure out the ultimate cheat code: how to create money out of thin air. Most people think money is real, that it's tied to something: gold, silver, something. But our modern financial system, it runs on pure belief. And the engine of that belief is the Federal Reserve. So how does new money actually enter the world? It's not a giant printer churning out bills. Forget that image. Imagine the Fed has a super exclusive, ridiculously powerful bank account. When the government needs to spend more than it gets from taxes, which is always, it issues bonds. A bond is just an IOU, a promise to pay money back later. So who buys these IOUs? Often it's the Fed. And how do they pay for them? They don't use tax money. They don't have a giant vault of cash. They just type the numbers into their computer. Seriously, they want to buy $1 billion of government debt. They credit the seller's account with $1 billion that did not exist 1 second before. Poof, digital money is born. It's the foundation of what we call fiat currency. But that's just the first step. The real magic, or madness depending on your perspective, happens next. This is where your bank gets involved. Let's say you deposit $1,000. You think it's sitting in a little digital box with your name on it. Nope. Thanks to a system called fractional reserve banking, the bank only has to keep a tiny piece of that, maybe $100. The other $900, they loan it out. But here's the kicker: they don't loan your $900. They create a new $900 loan out of nothing and put it in someone else's account. Now there's your original $1,000 plus this new $900. The money supply just expanded. That borrower spends the $900, it gets deposited in another bank, and the process repeats. That initial money from the Fed gets multiplied again and again and again throughout the system. It's a ghost in the machine creating a huge mountain of debt. And look, this isn't a new trick. Go back to ancient Rome. When the emperors needed to finance their wars and big projects, they couldn't just type numbers on a screen, so they started clipping their coins. They'd shave a little silver off the edge of each one, melt it down, and make new coins. Over time, a silver coin was mostly just cheap metal. Sound familiar? It's the same game, just digital. It's inflation. The money supply grows, but the amount of actual stuff to buy, coffee, cars, houses, doesn't. So each dollar buys a little less. Your savings secretly shrink. This is the hidden tax, and it's why the rich seem to get richer. If you're closest to the new money, the big banks, the massive corporations, those who own assets like stocks and real estate, you get to spend it before prices rise. By the time that money trickles down to your paycheck, the price of your coffee has already gone up. The whole system runs on this treadmill of debt. To pay the interest on all the existing loans, we need, you guessed it, more loans, more new money. It's a cycle that has to keep expanding, or it risks collapse, leading to a major recession or even a financial crisis like we saw in 2008. So that little price hike on your coffee, it's not random. It's the echo of a keystroke at the central bank. It's the modern version of a Roman emperor clipping his coins. This isn't a conspiracy. It's just how the system is designed. The question isn't if a system based on ever-expanding debt will face problems. History tells us it always does. The question is understanding the rules of the game so you don't get played by it. If you want to keep digging into the financial secrets hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button, because history never repeats itself, man, but it does rhyme.